We're doing an auction, a live auction, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you're not bidding on anything, it's so worth it to watch the amazing pipes of Joe Bodnar. Give it up for Joe. Joe Bodnar.
Hey, welcome to Bodnars, Bids, and Banter. I'm your host, Joe Bodnar.
Maureen.
And Erica.
Hey, all right. What a fantastic. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful, and I do not hate you.
Oh, good. This is what I like to hear. Thank you so much,
You're
Erica. And
welcome.
I don't hate you either. I love you.
He did not say he didn't hate me, though.
I said I love you. That is exactly the deal.
The look.
He's like, I don't hate you. I love you.
No. The look was, I love you. Like angry.
Dude, it's a love. It's love. It is. It's a very special love, and I love you.
It's a special love.
It is. It's a wonderful thing.
He's thinking I put up with you.
I love putting up with you.
Whatever.
There you have it. At any rate, what a week. So last week we had our Disney sale. My God, it smoked, right?
It went crazy.
It did.
It
You know
did.
what I liked about the sale the best was we literally opened up with like the Whopper.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yep. We had the best one in the very beginning, and then it stayed pretty solid throughout.
I thought
that
it was good.
Snow globe. Oh my God! Like $1,100. What a price
For a snow globe.
for a snow globe.
Yeah, that was Lady and the Tramp.
It was Lady and the Tramp. It was the Disney Auctions limited edition holy grail of a snow globe.
Right.
Like if you thought they didn't make a holy grail snow globe, they sure do.
I'm shocked too. That's a lot of money. I mean, for me personally, I'm not like a snow globe kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather have a statue over a snow globe. You know what I'm saying?
The water gets a little funky eventually.
Well, I agree with you, except one of my favorite pieces back there, I don't know if you could, I guess you can't see it on camera, is my Nemo fish tank, which is technically
I love
a
that
snow
one.
globe.
Yeah, I have that one too. And my favorite one I have is I have like a really cool Stitch one at home, but it's turning brown
it is,
by
yeah.
the day. Like, I look at it like
Must
a
be
couple
the
months
Chinese
later.
paint inside of it.
Right? I look at it a couple months later. I'm like, yeah, you're browner than you were like back in January, but whatever.
Right.
I wonder if you can like take them apart
You
and
can
fix them.
Yeah, they're a little difficult though. You have to
I'm
get
sure.
somebody who knows what
I
they're
would
doing.
think, like, see, for me, as nostalgic, I would just want, like, a snow globe that you hold in your hand this big, and you shake it and you can watch it. Those are just a little too decorative to
Yeah,
do that.
no,
yeah,
you're
no.
not. You don't
Yeah,
want
you're
to
not
shake
like
You know
them
what I'm
Throwing that
saying?
baby
That's
over.
why I don't necessarily like that kind of snow
Yeah, I don't even
globe.
know if the fish tank is like a snow globe or it's just the fish tank.
It's the fish tank. It does play music.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It
But
plays music, but I don't think there's anything that actually comes out of it.
And you're not meant to shake it. But I remember what you're talking about, those little half dome things.
Yeah,
that
a little half
were
dome, like a small one.
souvenirs.
that you
Yeah.
get in like gift shop, exactly.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
cool.
you would
I
have like a
liked
palm
them.
tree and an alligator.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
it's snowing on them.
I wonder if someone collects those.
My nephew does.
Absolutely.
Really?
Everywhere we go, we have to get him a snow globe of something. He has like 50 miniature snow globes
Yeah.
all over. He loves them. That's all he asked for. When we were in Vegas, had to get him. When we were in Key West, had to get him. When we were all over, like that's it.
Okay.
You always have to pick him up one.
We've had them, but I don't ever recall having like 200
I was
of
gonna
them,
say, I
like a
want to
horde,
see like
you know?
an older person who's like in their 70s or 80s who has like a horde of snow globes.
Right.
If you're out there, contact us.
Literally, like they all came from the 5 and dime shop, back in the day or something like that.
Yeah.
And I guess they were more souvenirist.
Yeah,
they were
were.
souvenirs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all like souvenirs in the day.
Yeah.
I think the problem with them, most people probably packed them up, put them in their attic, and it melted. Because I remember I did
Yeah.
used to come across them years ago in attics, and they would be like half melted,
Yeah,
water
that's the
out
problem.
of them. and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even the ones that you're talking about that we just sold, every one of them had a little water out
Of
of
course,
Yeah, they all
there's
have the
always the
bubble.
water bubble.
Yeah.
It just happens.
it. No, so I thought, that snow globe. I forgot about the snow globe and
That
the-
thing smoked.
That thing smoked. All the Disney figures I thought brought really good money.
Yeah, I did too. We had a good sale.
Disney pins brought stupid money.
Oh, they brought dumb money.
Yeah, no, they brought
Yeah,
stupid
I thought
money.
the sale was great.
Yeah, no, it was a great sale. And then what were they? Ozonsky?
Oh, the Ozlewski.
Zooskis.
Yeah, they always do
I
well.
love those.
Yeah, no,
I'm a sucker for them. I love miniatures. I love miniature Disney.
Yeah, I know you bought a lot of them for your collection.
I did.
And
I did. I love them.
Right. And I couldn't really tell because I never saw them out of the box, but what were they? Only like 2 inches?
Yeah, they're about 2 inches,
Yeah.
1 1/4, 1.75. I mean, they're really little.
They're
and
tiny.
and they're like 2 inches the other way. But the detail is spectacular.
Yeah, I know.
Like literally every little detail is like perfectly put. The paint is wonderfully like you could see every single color in the piece.
Right,
Like
right.
I love them.
They went for like $100 an inch.
Yeah, literally. That's
They literally
pretty much
did.
what it was.
It was about
yeah, the
$100
bigger
an
one
inch.
was like $300.
That's what I'm saying. It was like $100 an inch.
I'm looking
man.
at Christian's face, waiting for the joke.
Yeah, no, but it really was.
I'm waiting for Joe's joke.
I don't have one, but I thought of it. But,
I'm waiting for it.
I'm more refined in this episode. So anyway, it was like $100 an
Yeah,
inch.
seriously.
And it was boxed, All right.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember that SNL skit.
No.
What,
Something
Dick in a Box?
Dick in a Box. Yeah. So it was like, by
Nope,
the
I
inch,
don't recall
Dick
it
in a
at
Box.
all.
But yeah, I thought the Disney sale did tremendous. And then there was, it was nice too. We had all kinds of different collectibles. And I thought it was like a roller coaster type of ride with some of the older collectibles. But the Hummels did good.
Yeah.
Royal Dalton was down on the bottom. Hummels came back up. Then Armani's were okay.
Yeah.
And then what else did we have? We had
We had Fenton.
Swarovskis.
Fenton did well.
Oh, Fenton did really good,
The
yes.
Swarovski did pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did okay for what we had. We had a small collection of Swarovski.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
like that big collection we
Yeah,
had.
no.
Nah.
But this, I mean, for what it was, it held its own.
Yeah, I
for
thought
sure.
so. Yeah, no, I thought it did very, very well.
The Fenton was really nice.
That Fen was nice.
Yeah.
Thank God. That was a real mystery pickup.
Yeah.
I literally, she was an old time customer of ours, and she passed. And she told her daughter to contact us to sell this stuff. And she used to come to the auctions all the time. I think they were in a store too. They had a store or something of that nature. But at any rate, they sent me photos. They sent me photos of actually, they didn't even send me photos of that stuff. I got sent photos of bells, like a bell collection,
yeah.
And it was supposed to be Fenton bells and this and that and everything else. And then
You get there and the bells are gone.
yeah, the bells were gone. Yeah, no. So then I got real concerned because she moved it all to a storage unit. None of it was really properly packed. It was kind of just thrown in a box, and it wasn't packed properly. There was metal with glass and this and that, and I was like, and I'm looking at it, and we're going, and we don't generally unpack a lot like that when we go to pick it up. We're usually going to take it pre-packed, and I'm like scared to death to take it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to take it. But, you sent me pictures of other stuff, and it just doesn't feel that way. Just so you know, I might throw some of it out, or it might not be good. I don't know. And then we unpacked it. It was actually very nice.
Yeah.
I think they ended up bringing, 3,000 or 4,000 for literally like 15, 20 boxes of stuff, and it was actually turned out okay. And I didn't really throw out much. I was afraid I was going to throw out a lot.
Yeah, no, it was decent.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
And that stuff did good.
Yeah.
That-
The actual Fenton, like the bridesmaids, and I mean, they were untouchable. They brought strong pricing.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
did.
Yeah.
They were good.
Which I didn't even like them.
I didn't like them either.
Right? Did you like them?
I didn't like them either.
Not my
but
thing.
like they were hitting
Not my
like
thing. But
they were
most
hitting like full blown retail. I mean,
Yeah.
they were there.
Yeah, because they were like $40 to $60 a piece. 3 at a time were bringing 120, 130, 140.
Yeah, 140. They were up there.
They were up there, and I agree. I looked at them, and I like glass, but I didn't like them.
The only ones I liked, there was like a couple, I think 2 lots that I had, and they were like the pink. They had like a bunch of pink ones, and then there was some with like the green and the paint.
Right.
Those I liked. They kept
Yeah.
catching my eye. I didn't like the plain ones or the slag glass or whatever. I'm like, kind of ugly. But there was like 2 lots in there that were really pretty.
Right.
But
Yeah, no.
I mean, what are you gonna do with like freaking 10 bridesmaids figures?
Well, that's it. They're all the same. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Different artists. I guess the flowers are unique because they're in different little areas. Because it is all hand painted and hand done. But that was a QVC thing too.
Yeah.
QVC. You ever watch QVC when they had Fenton on?
No.
Or not? Yeah. So they would have Fenton, like those baskets. Like we were selling the baskets. Baskets like that would be like anywhere from $80 to $250 a piece on QVC, man. I mean, it was up there. That stuff was beautiful.
I almost fell over. Did you see the price tag on the grandma and grandpa's figurine, the Hummel?
No.
Oh my God. The original retail price still was on the box of both of the pieces. $1,600.
Yeah.
$1,600. I was like,
I can think of so many better things to do with $1,600.
I have to agree. I ended up buying one Hummel in the sale. It was the Hummels in the boat, in the sailboat, and the price tag on it was like $1,800. I was like, wow, man,
crazy.
It was crazy, and I could have. She had the original prices on the tag. I think I paid $170 for it, or
Right,
$180
and like
bucks
the
for
grandma
it
and grandpa
figure.
figures, they brought like 150 like each or whatever. But I was
I
like,
thought it was good.
Holy crap, $1,600.
And I thought it was a good sale.
I did too.
Yeah, because I mean the Hummel market is down. It's so funny. Here I always do sales like this, and like another collection comes in. Another guy emailed his mom's collection, 500 pieces. I don't know if you saw that. And I looked at it. It's the same kind of stuff, the bigger oversized pieces with a bunch of little stuff. And I said, well, they're $10 to $30 a piece for all the little guys, and the bigger ones you might get lucky and they bring $100 to $300 a piece. And like Janet contacted him and he was like, oh no, one Hummel's worth $2,000.
Good luck.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Good
it's going to
luck
come
to you
through.
then.
Yeah.
It's a shame because it's not going to. Even if he was like, I guess he said one of them that we just sold for like it was $180. It was whatever. He said he saw it online for $850, but that don't mean nothing.
That means
It doesn't
nothing.
mean anything. Did it sell
Exactly.
online for $850?
Right.
Because
Someone's just asking
again,
that.
yeah, you can ask.
You can list dog
anything.
poop for $1 million if you
Yeah,
felt like
I
it.
always say my
We
fingernail
could do cat
clipping,
poop for sure.
$1 million.
You cat poop.
Yeah, we could sell her cat poop off. We could make art out of it.
I could go to her litter box. Now, if she goes in the litter box.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
And grab a piece of her poop and list it on eBay for $1 million, and there's nothing telling me I can't.
Right.
It'd be
Exactly.
like, we could say it was from Morris the cat.
Who's Morris the cat?
Oh my God, really? Morris the cat from 9 Lives? The 9 Lives commercials for cat food back in the 80s? Do you remember
I know
Morris
the
the cat?
commercial, but I didn't know the
He's
cat had a
orange.
name.
Yeah, Morris the cat. He was a tabby.
He's orange.
Okay.
He's orange, right?
Yes.
He's like Garfield. Reminds me of Garfield.
I don't know. I went to get snacks when the commercials came on. I didn't pay attention.
Nowadays, we just fast forward through the commercials.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a total different ball
Exactly.
What were you eating? Popcorn with nutritional yeast?
I was.
game. That is true.
I
That's
was.
a true statement.
It's a true statement. Chris just giving us the strangest look.
That's what you see.
Yeah.
I grew up in a house where you weren't allowed processed foods.
So her snack, I was like, if you were going to get snacks, we had to be
So you
eating
didn't
popcorn.
eat chocolate, you ate carob. And you didn't have fruit roll-ups, you had fruit leathers.
Fruit what?
Fruit leather.
What? Leather?
Yeah. So
hell
it's
is
same
that?
concept, but it's real fruit pressed out with like gelatin, and like real thin. It's the same concept, but very different taste. Very different taste.
Wait, okay, so do you remember, or does anybody remember? They were fruit roll-ups, okay? But they came packaged like a fruit roll-up.
Sun-kissed.
And they were
Circles.
circles.
Sun-kissed.
And they were like apricot.
Yeah.
And
Sun-kissed.
I would die for one of those right now.
Yep. Sun-kissed. I was actually allowed to have those. That's why I know exactly what you're talking about.
They were
Because
so
those were like
good.
eating a fruit
they
roll-up.
were real fruit.
Yep.
They had like,
Yep.
they were so much better than
Yeah.
fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, they were sun-kissed.
I don't know.
They were circles.
I guess I did like fruit roll-ups at the time. You know what I hated about it? It gets stuck to
They
the
get stuck
roof
in
of
your
your
teeth.
mouth.
Yeah.
They get all stuck in your teeth, the roof of your mouth. It was stupid.
I used to remember the ones that were like all the cutouts. I used to like undo the cut. You don't remember these?
Yeah, I kind of
Like,
vaguely
they had,
remember.
No,
like,
I
all
wasn't
they were,
allowed
like-
to eat them.
Yeah, no, you just like undid like your star or your whatever, their rainbow, whatever they had, you would like pick out and then eat them by like the cutout first.
Right.
And then you had this random piece of fruit roll up with a bunch of different cutouts in it, and then you would shove the whole thing in your mouth. That would really get stuck.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't
I
like
was a
that
fruit
kind
roll
of
up
stuff.
junkie.
No, I didn't.
I was more of a now and later guy. The now and
Oh,
later
I love those
get
too.
stuck to the roof of your mouth as well.
Now
you
and
know?
laters, crybabies, nerds,
Nerds were good.
sweet tarts, gobstoppers, runts. I could keep going. I love
Pop
candy.
rocks. I was a spree kind of guy.
I love sprees.
Maybe this is why I
Pop
never had
rocks.
cavities. Did you have cavities?
Yeah, I guess.
Did you have cavities?
Oh God, I had cavities when I was like 7.
Maybe
like,
there's
baby
something.
teeth had
Maybe there's
cavities.
something to this sugar and cavities thing they keep touting for years. Because I've never had a cavity in my entire life.
I think it's a farce. You know, I don't mean to be a conspiracist, but you get cavities on your baby teeth, and they do all this work on you as a kid, but then as you get an adult, you don't have any. You know. I remember having them as like a baby teeth, but you know, not on my adult teeth.
I don't know. I never had a cavity. In
I have
any
all
of them.
cavities. They're all silver. Like in the back. My entire mouth was nothing but cavities.
They
So
don't
maybe I gotta call my mom up and go, "Hey, thanks."
They don't even do
that's
that
for not
anymore.
allowing me to have sugar.
And sugar.
Do
Candy.
they put silver in anymore? No, it's like
all mine are old school. I've had cavities.
I was gonna say the last time I remember them doing like a filling, it was like clear coat, like a clear coat they put over.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they do
Yeah.
silver
I
anymore.
wish I waited later in life to get all my cavities.
I don't think they do silver anymore.
Yeah, no, they used to do gold.
But truthfully, I
Yeah.
think silver's probably better because it probably lasts longer.
Mine's lasted. I've never had a problem. I mean, I've had cavity literally since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I've never had a problem with a cavity.
Yeah.
Like a filling
a
fallout,
filling fallout or nothing. It's probably better. Stays longer.
The only
Sorry.
time I had any problem, I had a tongue ring, and I was eating a chicken finger, and I bit down on that chicken finger and my tongue ring at the same time, cracked my whole entire tooth. That's
Ow. That sounds terrible.
that was the
sound
last
terrible.
day I ever had a tongue ring. I took it out and I wailed it across the restaurant, and I was done. I was so mad. Like, that was it.
I swallowed mine and ended up in the hospital because it wouldn't come out.
What, your toe ring? I mean, your
Tongue ring?
Yep, it wouldn't come out.
Oh, I'm going to get one
So they
live
had
on the
to-
show. What do you think?
They had.
They don't hurt.
You couldn't handle it.
They don't hurt.
I would want to handle it. No, thank you. That's not
They had
me.
to go in and get it out. So what did I do? To make sure I never swallowed it again, or that I knew if I was going to swallow it, I got it stretched out to like almost a 0 gauge, probably like a 2 gauge. It was huge.
Yeah, that was mine.
Whatever.
It was big.
No, thank you. I don't know.
The 90s. They were good times.
I
They
guess.
were.
Speaking of 90s, our upcoming sale next week has 90s nostalgia.
Yeah.
You know, we're going into another toy sale.
Yay! My
It's a-
favorite.
This is an interesting toy sale. We have several different collections. Some of it is like, it's so funny. There's a part of it that
mishmash.
is a mishmash of unpaid toy sales
Yep.
over the last 5
Should we
months.
just start calling them deadbeat bitter sales?
the
Can we?
Deadbeat Bitter Sale.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really what it feels like.
I've been wanting to do that for years.
I know you said that, but there's definitely some Star Wars because
Yep. Again, we have more deadbeat Star Wars buyers.
Deadbeat Star
Yeah.
Wars with life-size Yoda again.
Yoda's back.
Yeah, Yoda's
I
back.
can't believe Yoda's back. That's really unfortunate. That other guy really wanted him to.
Yeah, no, it brought a ton of money.
That's the worst part is that, like, he was so pissed.
Right.
Like, we're like, hit it. He's like, I can't.
Oh, I
do
remember
it.
that. Yeah, no,
I
the
can't."
guy who underbid it. Yes, he texted me in the
Yeah.
thing. I'm out. And
Like, he
so
was
mad.
so mad. Like, really. Like, you should have let somebody who
now-
actually wanted it.
Now your chance.
No,
Yeah.
that would be his chance. But
So
you know
if
how
you're
it is.
listening, bro.
Back around.
You know,
Life-sized Yoda.
But you know what the problem is? Sometimes second time arounds, people get like, I don't know. They
It
get
becomes tainted. They think there's something wrong
They
with
get
it.
pissy
There's nothing
about it.
wrong with it. The guy did a chargeback on us.
right. No, he
So
did
we
do
took the merch back from the shipper.
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
exactly.
The guy who bid on it is a succubus.
There you have it. But yeah, no, we have some Star Wars, life-size Yoda. There's the infamous stinking shirts.
Oh, the
Wait,
shirts.
what?
Yeah, he bid on shirts.
Stop it.
There's shirts,
Stop
too.
it. No more shirts. I'm going to buy them all this time. I quit.
This will be round 4.
4.
Oh,
There is something with these
Wait, how
shirt
many?
buyers.
There was more than just one. It's multiple lots.
I can't remember, but
I'm gonna
there's
say
something
5
with
lots.
these shirt
lots.
buyers that they have no money.
Yeah.
Like, we had them emailing us going, can I pay you $25 a month
Oh, I know.
till my $4,000 bill is paid
Yeah.
off?
You know what?
No.
We probably would have done better at this point. It's almost a year right
Yeah.
now.
yeah, right?
You charged them interest.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. What is wrong with these
Can you believe
people?
that? No, but there's around the shirts. I think it's 5 to 8 lots, but it was definitely, it wasn't just one buyer. It was two.
There was 2 buyers.
Two
who
buyers who
didn't
didn't complete their shirt
You
transactions.
broke-ass shirt punks.
Exactly. So this again will be round number 4
Yep.
for these shirts coming through the sale. They're
lots of-
haunted.
the lots
They're
of-
jinxed.
The lots of lightsabers are back.
Yes.
No!
Yeah,
Yoda guy.
Yeah.
Same person with the Yoda.
Oh, I hate this guy.
He bid on literally.
Dude, if you're watching, I hate you.
He bought 2 pages worth of stuff and then did a chargeback on it.
Yeah.
What an a-hole.
Yeah, I don't understand. If you're not going to pay your bill,
What
just don't.
an a-hole.
Yeah, just don't bid.
Don't bid. Why do you got to bid and destroy people's lives?
Well, you know what? It's the unfortunate consigner who, these T-shirts. This is going to be round 4.
This is crazy.
If you don't have money, don't bid.
Yeah, exactly.
My cat bid.
And it hurts everybody. It hurts us with commission. It hurts the consigner. And technically, we can go after the buyer who did it. But, what are you going to do?
It's not worth it at that point.
So we have the reruns, which is quite a bit. There's probably 100 lots of the reruns.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There is a lot.
Much is up
There's
there.
a lot of toys kicking right now.
Oh, yeah, because we have more Spawn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because...
We've got...
Exactly.
Sports.
Yeah,
I saw
some
sports figures.
Yeah, there's some sports figures up there too. Yep.
Then we have the Star Wars Funko.
Yeah,
But
that's new.
But that's new.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the
That's-
new.
So the Funko Pop sale that we just had, there's we thought we was going to do a part 1 and a part 2, but literally it turned into a 3-part sale.
Yeah.
And the back end of this auction will conclude the Funko Pops of that collection.
So what do we have? Star Wars. We have
Yep.
music. We have some gaming, stuff like that, and then some randoms. I think I saved
Star
some of
Wars,
them.
Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Wars, Star Trek, gaming, music for sure, and then there's like the American history and like the oddball, like
There is American
miscellaneous like stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's all I can
Right,
say.
wasn't there,
is
like,
it's
George
very-
Washington?
like Bob Ross.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like
I loved the
randos.
Royal Family one.
The Royal
they're
Family
in
was
there.
cool.
They're in
Funny.
there. I put them over by the
The McDonald's
historical.
ones are great.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
the
McDonald's are in there.
ones.
So it's all the advertising. So
Yeah.
we kept all that aside.
Oh, I love the nuggets.
So that's coming up on the backhand end of
Yeah.
that, and on the front end we have a really nice collection of. It's still a treasure chest as we're going through it, but he collected die cast and 80s toys that are new in the package. Very similar to what we sold about 9 months ago when we had like a vintage toy lot that was a mix of 80s, 70s, and 80s kind of toys. So what I thought was cool in his collection, he has a lot of die cast, Hot Wheels, die cast, 1/18 scale, and smaller. But he actually had a Tesla truck. But it was like from 10 years ago, and I didn't even realize Tesla trucks made Tesla trucks 10 years ago. Did you realize that?
Yes. I
did.
actually knew Tesla, like even the idea for the Cybertruck.
Right, the Cybertruck.
Yes, that has been in the works since 2000 and maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's like 10 years.
Yeah. Even more. I
Right.
feel like that was like the first brainstorm of it. Then, like, I remember being at the auction in the expo center. And this is when I was really good friends with Justin. And the two of us were talking. I mean, we are going back 7, 8 years ago from now, maybe even more. And he was like, I can't wait to get the Cybertruck. And he was showing me pictures of like what it should look like. And this is 8, 9 years ago of the actual Cybertruck.
I didn't realize that. So yeah, he had a die cast car there. That was the Cybertruck. And he's telling me, yeah, I got this like 10 years ago. And I'm looking at it and I go, yeah, it was date. I don't remember what the date is off the top of my head, but it was there. And he said online it's selling for like $400 or $500.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, because it's early.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's like
I
probably
couldn't.
the
I
first
didn't even
model
realize
they
that this
made.
was the case. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, pretty interesting. So there's that. There's a lot of nicer die-cast race cars that are kind of like the ones that we were selling for like $200, $300 a piece. I can't think of their names. But that genre.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking of I'm like, I have brain fog.
yeah, I
right
have brain
now.
fog right this second
Yep,
too.
that's all that's happening.
But there's some great vintage race cars there, and that actually came from a great estate. His
Are they like the dirt cars, Joe?
They might be dirt cars and they're probably Indy cars.
Indy
is what
cars,
they are. They're
yeah.
Indy cars. So I think so the story.
Like, we had all the GMPs. And
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
GMP.
just had to get my brain there.
GMP, etc. So what's nice about that collection is his father. And this is a different collection, but his father was a photographer for the Indy cars, and he took photographs of the Indy 500, and he was like the main photographer for the Indy 500 in NASCAR for like 10-15 years. And I have a collection of his actual photographs of taking of mostly Indy 500 cars. He was the only one allowed on the track to take these photographs
cool.
and stuff. And then he would take that photograph, and then the following year they would use it as the cover on the program. So I have in his I have probably 150 photographs like that, 200 photographs. That's coming up. It's not in this toy sale. It's actually going to be the following sale. But this NASCAR, these Indy 500 cars are a part of his collection.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the backstory was just great, which was really cool because the son gave them to me, and he really kind of dismissed like the value of them. Wasn't sure about value. And to be honest with you, I'm not very sure either. I thought for sure I was going to find a bio about the guy in it. And I can't really find much online. I was doing some research, but I didn't do a thorough research yet. But, I still think, listen, the story, he used to sell them. I guess he would go to like swap meets and stuff like that, and he would personally sell his photographs, the old man, for like $350 a piece, $400 a piece. That's what he had priced on them.
Wow.
So that tells me they got to at least bring 50 to 100. I mean, they're pretty nice. And
I
they're,
think at the end of the day, it's, you never know. With
you
stuff like
never
that.
know, because I mean, even what was the name of the artist that we sold all their artwork, their original stuff, and their lithographs?
Bance,
exactly.
Glenn Fortune Bance.
Remember when we sold that? I mean, he was out there, but there never came to market like when we sold it, like when we took it and sold it. Same thing with, what was the other guy sold for 15 years? Oh my
George
God.
Holloway.
George Holloway. George Holloway.
And we had up and down sales with that too.
Up and down sales with
we
that.
had some sales that I was like, what? Like it was bringing so much money.
Yeah.
What a story. I mean, think about that. So 10 years ago, has to be 10 years now. 10 years ago, George Holloway, I guess, left his collection of art that was all kind of the same but all different to a new wife's son or something like that. A girlfriend of the wife died, and he left it to a girlfriend of his or something like that. So anyway, I ended up taking, I don't know, 5,000 pieces of art.
Yeah.
Literally 5,000 pieces of art, large art, not small. I'm talking, a good 2 foot by 3 foot paintings, and mostly
36 by 24 was the standard size.
Yeah, 36 by 20. You remember that sale?
I remember all of the sales.
36 by 24, and literally mostly a seascape or
It was either winter, spring, fall. Literally, like it had the seasons: coastal, winter, spring.
And we started selling them. So what I told them, I said, listen, if I dump all 4,000 of these paintings in one auction, it's going to be a bloodbath, and really, even the way we did it, it was kind of a bloodbath, but then it did good. And then so we would trickle in 50 to 100 paintings every auction.
Yep.
For
it started
6
in the
years.
building. It was back in the convention center.
Yeah, the convention
That's
center.
when this all started.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you would just bring in some. It would be against the wall. Do these, do that. Yeah.
And some of those, that first batch, they were bringing 80, 90, 100.
Then they started tanking.
Then they started bringing, then there was like
15,
10 for $5. 10 for $5, right? 10 for $5.
We just had someone reach out to us recently who has Holloway art.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then
I'm thinking you probably bought it from our auction.
Probably. Yeah,
who
no,
the
you
hell
didn't
knows?
know you bought it from our auction.
Well, actually, I think the guy probably did, because he was asking a question, but there was another auction who had 1,000 pieces of his art, and if I had to believe, there was one guy from Ohio who bought a big lot once. Remember, he bought like 200 pieces or something like that. He probably put his own sale together afterwards. And
the guy was like, "Do you believe that this is real art?" I'm like,
they were asking me if I was an expert in George Holloway, and do I think it's real? And I looked at it, I said, it looks real to me. I mean, it looks like exactly his work.
Yeah.
But I thought I had it all. I thought I had the market cornered. But we sold 4,000 pieces in 8 years. So, but there's a real good example though of how in the building it was bringing nothing, and then we put the sale online, and a couple times online that shit fucking brought. Remember, some of them brought 100, 150, 200 a piece.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. And I think I had a 50-50 split with those people, you know. It was like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
But I stored that stuff for 7 years, man.
Every time it was like, we're bringing in the last of the George Holloway. And I'm like, yes. And then it'd be like 2 months later, I got a little bit more George Holloway. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking? I found more. Oh, okay. Then 2 months later, guess what? More George freaking Holloway. Where's this shit coming from? Oh, I found a whole stack in a trailer.
You could never bank that it was over.
It's never going. Then we had Deadbeat bitters, and it all came back again. And I'm like, holy crap.
Because remember, we at the end when we truly the trailer that it was in was emptied out.
Yeah, we needed to get rid of it.
Emptied it all out.
But even then, there was some more we found.
There was more that they found.
But yes.
But where we had that local pickup only sale.
Yes, a local pickup only.
That was not the end, though. We had like another 3 sales after that.
Yeah, I know, but we dumped in so much. But the reason you had more after that too was because 3 people bought
and didn't
paid.
pay.
No, they paid.
And ghosted.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a local pickup, so you tell me what shipper you want to send here to get your stuff, and we'll have it available.
One guy
for them.
was from China. It was one.
I remember that. That was a lot too. Yeah.
Never heard from him.
Yeah, never heard from him. Paid his bill, $2,000, $3,000.
We waited like We waited like a year and a half, 2 years
before I redumped them
to do anything with it. Because
yeah.
I might even have. I don't know if I have any more George Holloway. I think they're really all gone. I do have some of those nude women though.
Oh my God!
The nasty 60s swanks.
Go away! I love Jesus. Go away.
We had this whole collective. There was another local artist of all ugly women. Ugly women. Ugly women.
Were ugly.
Full bush.
Ugly.
Everything,
They
man.
never heard of a razor.
Exactly.
It was the 70s, man. Nobody heard of a razor back
and
then.
their faces were off. He took more detail in painting the breasts and the bush over the face.
But like their nipples weren't even nice. Like nothing was nice about. There wasn't one redeeming quality. Like there was nothing. You look at it and you're like, whoa.
No, I'm over that.
And what was funny with that came from the collection of vintage tin toys that we sold. Remember the vintage tin toys? I think you even went on that pickup. Did you go on that pickup?
I did.
Yeah, that goes back a long time ago. So we picked up all these vintage tin toys that were like old stock, new in box. And there was that's where they came from. Yeah, no. And that was a that was a Bruce. What's his name? Bruce. Rob Bruce. That was a Rob Bruce deal that gave us that deal. And we went out there and we picked up. God, I was selling that for a long. There were a lot of deals that I took that we took like 2 years, 3 years to sell because we took quantities that were so ridiculous.
Yes.
So we took that deal, and he had all the tin toys. Some of it rat infested, some of it not, and then
Carter Peanuts coming out
the asshole. Yeah, you ain't kidding about that. Remember all those Carter Peanuts?
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Oh, why do I remember? Because we just had a sale with them again.
Right, and Carter still outlived us selling those peanuts. You know,
he sure did.
We had I don't know. I'm going to say literally 8,000 Carter Peanuts wind up toys. That, which is even crazier, brand new in the box, never worked. None of them worked.
Not one worked. Out of 8,000, not one worked.
No, not one worked. You wind it up, won't go. No, won't work. You know, and yet like we kept saying, Carter was on hospice for like a year and a half, and we kept saying, well, maybe this is the year.
They're going to go up in value.
He's going to die, and these things are going to bring twice as much. Nope, he outlived the fucking.
You know what though? For non-working toys, they still brought. They were the best.
Yeah, they brought good money.
They brought good money every time we had them. It was like. Okay.
Yeah, they'd bring $200. $200
for like a case of them. Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty good for non-working peanuts.
Yes, exactly.
And we put in the description.
Not working, guys.
People still bid on them.
And there's another great example too, of talking about pre-pandemic versus online.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, we were selling that shit for nothing.
Like 8 cases for $5.
8 cases for $5. And then we go online and then we broke it up and then it was bringing $250, $300, $325 a case. I mean, night and day.
Yep.
Night 100%. And day. Now, granted, the last batch we had from him didn't do as well, but I think they're just done. You know what I'm saying? It was over.
People are over it.
We had a 6-year run with that stuff, But but I do have some nude women still kicking there because there again, someone didn't pay their bill and it's back there, and I didn't want to dump it all on one sale. So maybe the next yard sale we'll advertise some nudies.
No, there you go.
Mega yard
Keep
sale.
them at your table. Don't put them anywhere near my table.
Mega
I want
yard
to attract
sale.
customers.
We keep talking about we're going to have a yard sale here with everybody. Who can we man the booth for nudies? Make Alan do it. Then we'll give Alan. Hey, Alan, you're manning this booth of nudie women. Christian's in. Christian, you should even come to this event. You could set up and sell.
This is going to be
We're
a
having like a yard
wild
sale.
event.
It's going to take up half the backyard.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
I'm selling podcasts. What do you want away with?
We can have a podcast at the yard sale with
We
Deadbeat. That would be a quite interesting concept.
Yeah, we're all going to be there. We even invited the UPS guy. Why not?
Yeah. Everybody's coming.
Have the podcast right in the garage. Have the door open so people can see it. And they'll be like, "What the hell's going on in there?" That'd be some crazy shit. I like
then
the
we
idea.
need a sign.
What?
We finally need a Bodnars Bit and Banter sign.
Yes, we could work
behind
on that.
us.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Our logo.
We definitely need to plan a date.
We do.
What for the yard sale?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. I always have one every year, but now you guys all seem really interested, so I will definitely plan it.
Yeah, we got.
I think it's a great
It
idea.
gets tricky, so we got to look at dates, but also have a contingency plan if the weather's no good that weekend.
know,
because
yes.
that's very key that there's no rain. Remember the one year we set up, and there was no rain in the forecast. And I have everything out, and out of freaking nowhere, 10
Just
o'clock
started
Friday night,
pouring.
this torrential downfall of the gods pouring, pissing on my merch.
It wasn't the last one we did. It was the
I
one
know.
before it.
I remember. It was very recent.
What did I have out there that got all fucked up?
Everything.
Sure it did, man. Everything got soaking wet.
Die-cast cars.
Oh, there was a million die-cast cars. I was like, oh my God, everything.
Lennox vases were just full of water.
Oh my God.
It poured like oh my! And we tried to bring it all in. We got some of it in but even if you got in the tent, it rained so hard that it rained like 4 feet into the tent and 4 feet this way. So only down the middle did you actually make it where it didn't get wet. And I was just beyond myself. And I don't even care. It's not like, I had some money involved with some of that stuff. For the most part, that's usually my, oh shit, I can't throw that out. I'll put it in the yard sale pile, which is there's not a lot of money tied up there, but still, I hate to see it get fucked,
Yep.
But
Well, that's because you are a hoarder.
Hoarder. I am a hoarder. I can live with that. That's okay.
See, look at that.
But I'm only a hoarder in certain aspects. That's all. I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good.
Well, that's because he has a shed now
I
to
was
put
going
it all
to say
in.
it's all full.
He has a shed now to put it in.
Oh, well, the shed is full.
I know.
I've moved to a trailer now. There's a trailer, but that's for the yard sale. That's not for. I don't have stuff.
Look at
in
her face first. She's hearing about it.
I don't have stuff in the shed that's for the yard sale. My shed is pretty full for stuff we're taking to Cape May, but I did put. I did put some stuff in the trailer now for the yard sale. But that's also, I don't know what to say. I love you. I love you. And on that note, we'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Joe Bodnar here at Bodnar's Auctions, reminding you our next regular scheduled auction is next week, July 31st. That's a Thursday featuring toys from all generations. We got all kinds of great things. Star Wars, Batman, die-cast, Hot Wheels, anything you could possibly think of toy-related. And we end with more Funko Pops and more. Make sure you check it out, bodnarsauction.com. Live bidding starts at 11 a.m. on July 31st. Don't forget, bodnarsauction.com. Be there or be square. Now, back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Sticking on toys that we're having next week, I think it's important to discuss what the difference is between excellent condition, poor condition, and why toys in excellent condition make such a difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. From a collector's standpoint, to have something mint, raises value exponentially because kids played with toys. That's what the deal is. Kids abuse them. They played with them. They ran them into the wall. They ran them under their bed. They stepped on them. They kicked them. So to have something preserved for 70, 80 years, whatever it may be at this point, to classify as like a vintage toy, to have that thing sparkly, crispy, working, clean, that's why the value jumps from, say, $100 to $7, $8, $9, $10, $1,000 for the same toy, just in
for sure
condition.
Yeah, no, that mint condition in the box does make a difference.
It's hard though to call something mint these days.
Yeah,
It's hard to say like what a mint box is. You can say that the toy itself is mint inside that box. Well, for the most part. I mean, sometimes you do see some like paint scuffing or whatever just from storage, and the blister may get a little whatever, but the packaging, sometimes is not always mint. What I may call mint is not to somebody else. Like, I'm not a grader.
That's why it's hard to call mint in box sometimes, what we say.
I like to say excellent in box, or, like new in box. Or
sealed. That's what we use a lot. Sealed and original.
I think it's really going to be interesting to see 15, 20 years from now how much stuff was going to come across the block mint in box, because so many collectors now that are buying, per se, it's not really a collectible, but it is a collectible, like that, buy the sideshow figures and buy even the Funko Pops. I was laughing. The Funko really did a number on me, because you look at it in the box, the graphics on the box make you want to buy it. And then we had a lot of loose Funkos that are in the sale, and you look at them loose and they're like, what a piece of garbage this toy is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, it's the box.
I know. It's going to be really interesting. I mean, I have my own perspective. I think that back in the day, obviously, like, people didn't know these things are going to be collectible.
Like in the 70s and 80s.
Right. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They had no idea that, if I don't touch this toy and I leave it on my shelf, it's going to be worth a fortune in 40, 50 years.
100%.
Now people are like, let me store this little baby away.
That's it.
And like, there's going to be 1,000 of them stored
That's
away.
it.
That's what I think too.
There's still going to be a market for it, but it's going to be very different.
Small.
I mean, I was watching all of the old Super 8 film reels from my family, starting.
I just talked about this yesterday.
I was just talking about it with Christian, starting with when my grandparents got married. So, the start of it all. And my uncle, who just passed away, and then my dad, who's next, and my Uncle Bob. And my grandfather would record Christmas, Easter, and there was a couple fun Halloweens in the beginning where my poor dad is dressed as a girl. I don't know why she dressed him as a girl when he was little, but he was dressed as a girl. But every Christmas, and Joe's like, oh my God, look how mint and perfect it is.
I had the greatest, what was it, a week or two? It took 2 weeks to go through all that, right?
Almost 2 weeks.
You know what's great? Even Joey and Maddie loved the whole process. They got captivated.
Oh, they were sitting at the table.
We're all
with
sitting
me.
at the table watching these 8 millimeter videos that were only like 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
3 minutes
because a lot of them were only this big. They're these tiny things.
No sound.
Yeah.
No sound.
Oh, the kids.
Until we had the date night in the truck, and then we got sound.
Yeah. So it went from Super 8, and then one year my Uncle Bob, the youngest one, bought my grandfather a recorder, like a thing. VHS recorder. And so then there's sound, but I didn't have a VHS player.
Right.
I had one in the garage, but I brought it in and it wasn't working. But then I'm like, oh my God, I have an old, for people who don't know, I have an old Ford Centurion pickup truck.
Year 2000.
That has, so there's this big cover over the whole center console. You pick that up, there's a TV with a VHS player there.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
There is.
The antenna, that little half disc antenna on top.
The old school antenna on top.
I had no idea there was like a VHS TV in there.
Yeah, and that whole half moon antenna on top was to pick up TV.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you could watch TV in the truck.
Back then you could get antenna TV. Yeah, absolutely.
Would, So I'm like, oh my God, what do? I'm on a roll. I don't want to stop. I want to keep watching this stuff. And Joe's like, what about your truck? And I'm like, that's crazy. And so I went out, I started my truck, I popped it in. Sure enough,
It works.
it worked just
man.
fine.
Fun.
So he came out and he was like, what are you watching? And the two of us, the kids are in the house.
I'm out there smoking a cigar.
We're out in the back seat of my truck. I'm like, it's like having a little date night.
Yeah, wherever they're like
fun.
going to the movies,
Because one of the VHSs was like an old, like Frosty the Snowman, stuff that my grandparents had taped probably for my
Yeah.
sister and I
I'm
to
gonna say,
watch.
but then it was also getting to like when you were kind of like a teenager. At that point.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun watching.
They
teenager.
are fun. We did this at my mom's house not long ago. We popped out all the old VHSs,
Yeah.
and she still
Right.
has a DVD and a VHS combo
oh,
player.
okay.
So like we were able to put them in, and like back in like I think it was 1989, they had this thing where like my mom sat in this room and they used the old school computers and they changed your hairdos. So like they put on like there's all these like crazy like flashes of pink, blue, yellow, like zigzags behind her in the background, and then every like 10 seconds she's sitting staring straight, and then she just has like a different
Oh my God.
computerized hairdo. We laughed so
I'm telling
hard.
you.
It was so 80s, early 90s.
Right.
And then we found like my cheerleading tapes, like from all my competitions. Then we found my sister was in a beauty pageant. So we make fun of her because she was like, hi, I'm Lindsay from Seaway, New Jersey, and like had this big attitude and like stormed off, and we're like, all right, girl, So we were making fun of her for a while. Then my mom with her big ass hair and her big hoop earrings, smoking cigarettes and like Daisy Duke shorts in the backyard during my birthday party. Like she's like sitting there, my grandma, they're all like smoking. I'm like,
it.
oh my God,
That's
they're
it.
like cutting cake cigarette hanging out their mouth, and I'm like,
I'm telling you, I'm watching because my grandparents' family used to all get together. Like they'd have Christmas with the kids and all that. But then like at the end, now when I was growing up, it was at my Uncle Henry's house. Poor Uncle Henry, he died. He was in his 80s, and I asked him at his 80th birthday party, I'm like, Uncle Henry, you don't look a day over 50. Like, you look exactly the same. He said, I'm pickled in alcohol. He was Polish. He loved his alcohol. But we'd go to my Uncle Henry's. But when my dad and his brothers were kids, it was at my grandparents' house.
Yep.
And do you remember watching all the adults, no kids in sight, all the adults drunk,
Right.
smoking,
Oh, my
acting a
God.
fool, dancing. I was like, oh my God.
yeah,
We're-
it was.
But the best part about all that, the amount of toys this family had.
Oh my God, my dad was so spoiled.
God, it was so righteous. I'm looking at it, the beautiful Tonka trucks from the 50s.
the Zeppelins.
The Zeppelin blimp, like a Christmas story.
You know,
Oh,
the kid-
Lionel
That's
trains.
so cool that they were on like
Yeah.
I mean, I have cool videos of like me on Christmas,
Yeah, no,
like,
it's
with my
all-
Nintendo
Yep.
and like the original, the day it came out, like wow. But Furby, like there was one of me, my Furby brand new, like that was like my mother got trampled to get me one, like all that. But like that's really cool to go back that far.
Yeah, it was all
That's awesome.
black and white.
That's cool.
Cape Canaveral March set.
Yeah,
That's
there was all
cool.
kinds of play sets, Structo dump trucks and
That's
garbage
neat.
trucks,
Yep.
and I'm
Yeah,
going.
you were
pedal
totally
cars.
I'm going like, oh, that's 250, that's 300, that's 250,
Pedal-
that's
pedal
300.
cars.
Yeah, pedal cars, all kind, and great bikes too.
Bikes,
man.
the Schwinn
Schwinn.
bikes.
I'm like, what did your father do with all these great toys?
I called my dad. I said, what did you do? He's like, we got rid of them. I'm like, you're stupid. How much money you could have had?
That's it. You don't know. You didn't know. These
No.
were not things to buy and collect and try to make money on in the future. That's like,
Yeah.
it's toys, comics. The kids used to fold them up in half and
Yep.
stick them in their back pocket.
Right.
Roll
Or
'em,
throw them out.
step
And
on 'em,
yeah.
write on them, colored. That's why when you find a
Yeah.
mint old one, it is unreal.
My favorite story when we did the podcast with Mike Zapsik, and he was talking about how when he was little, and he took his brother's comic, and he would just cut out the fun advertising that he liked.
Yeah, he did say that.
And I'm like, dude.
But I'm really curious, circling back. What will 20 years from now? Because so many
Yeah.
people are more conscious of not now taking it out
Oh,
of
I
the box.
know that nobody's taking it out. Like you look at people's collections, it's a wall of sealed boxes.
Well,
It is.
even look
That's
at what
it.
we've been selling for the past couple of years that we picked up. Now, his intention was to start a store,
Right.
a
But
nostalgic
everything.
toy store, but it's all sealed. But a lot of what, not a lot, some of what he had triples and quadruples and all of that are things that other people still have in their house, still sealed in the box.
Yeah, no,
you know, like the
absolutely.
Star Wars toy. When Star Wars came back, you know, which is my least favorite one, that very first one with Jar Jar Binks and
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. That's my least favorite one.
It's everybody's. It's not very good.
But all of the toys from that, you always still find them still sealed in the box.
Yeah, they're
not
all
worth
on the
anything.
card.
That's now, like, I feel like that was almost like the start, like the power of the Force.
It was the start.
That was like the start of like, oh, these things are starting to make money.
Yeah.
Let me hold on to them sealed. That's why there's an abundance.
And they're
There
not worth
really is.
anything.
Sealed. Those like genre, like right there in the like 95 to 98.
My
Yeah.
God, but
Like-
even the ones we had in that guy's collection, we had case after case after case
Yeah.
after case of Star Wars action
The
figures.
titanium.
But
And
you
they didn't
see
bring a
them
whole
kind of
lot.
everywhere, though.
You do.
Like if you go on any marketplace, for instance, people are always selling their newer Star Wars collection, and none of it's open because
Right.
at that point they knew.
Yeah.
So now they're like, oh, let's
Yeah.
see if someone will pay me for it, but it's really not popping yet.
No,
Right.
but this
I don't know if it will, but it's just
I don't think
not.
it's gonna.
You know what I mean?
Because there's so much of it out there.
It's in
the
abundance.
reason that these toys are worth money is because they were meant to be played with.
Right,
The
right.
reason,
Appreciate the
the
vintage.
reason that these porcelain dolls from like when we were, my mom used to love buying me porcelain dolls.
My mom did too. Do I look like I like porcelain dolls?
I grew up in a household where we were just talking about eating popcorn with nutritional yeast, and I had porcelain dolls.
Yep.
You know, boy,
What a childhood, let me
what
tell
a
you.
childhood. You know, but they were meant to be collected. They
Right.
weren't meant to be played with, and they're now worth nothing.
Nothing. They're pennies.
I had McDonald's and a pinball machine in a bowling alley.
Because you
in
were
my-
freaking spoiled.
And I had a bowling alley in my fucking
He had,
bedroom.
Christian, do you hear this? He had a bowling alley in his bedroom.
Yes, electronic bowling alley. It was cool as
Was
shit.
it big?
It was. It was about I would say about half the size of this sofa. It was electronic bowling, and you would shoot it down, and it would bring you the ball
Spoiled.
back. It was.
I mean, I had
fucking great.
I had knock hockey.
Well, too, like the dog bunny. Like I get it.
Spoiled.
No, it was a great game, man. I love that game, and you had to hit it just right. It had you couldn't hit it straight on. You'd never get it right. But it was weird. It was actually a cool game because it had glass, and the glass had the pins, and you went over these little things underneath that would hit it, and you would have to hit it like right on the head pin in the other, just like in the Wii.
Yeah, you want to hear my bowling alley? You know those plastic pins you got at the dollar
Yes.
store with that damn plastic
Yeah.
ball, and it would roll and like hit your closet? That
Yes.
was my bowling alley.
I had
we
that
would go
too.
down the aisle like of the house, like
Yeah.
right down the foyer.
Actually, I got one of those for Matt when
Yeah.
he was probably 2, and he would set him up right by where Christian's
Yeah.
sitting and come over here and roll it over
Yeah.
You know,
there.
I'm gonna have to look online to see if I can find this thing. 'Cause it's bringing me back. I
Yeah.
had that and the Fonz pinball machine. Those are the two things.
I've said I wanted a pinball machine my whole life. I never had one. I don't know why.
So the Fonz pinball machine was kind of like a toy pinball machine, but not a toy tabletop, but like a mid-range.
Yeah.
I always wanted a pinball machine.
Oh,
so.
you remember the tabletop Pac-Mans and stuff?
Yes.
I bought Matt the new version of that
Okay.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know,
I play it every night, you know.
Do you really?
When I'm waiting for him, when he comes to say goodnight to you, I play it every night. It's hard as shit, let me tell you.
It is hard.
It's hard.
But my sister, that is the one thing my sister and I had when we were littles. We had a tabletop Pac-Man. She still has it, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, video games are hard to me now. I don't know why they're getting hard.
What's our, I know it's behind the gavel, but what's our other segment?
Favorite things.
Favorite things.
Is it time for favorite
Yeah, it's time for favorite things.
Okay.
What is favorite thing? You're going to have to educate me on this because I don't have
So
any recollection.
every time we're talking about a new category, today is toys. We
Right.
talk about our favorite things. It could be something in the sale. It could be something from a previous sale. It could be something you own.
Okay.
So what are your, what
Oh,
is
I
your
can start with this. I'll start with my favorite thing. Always my favorite memory of a toy would be I had a remote control R2D2 that its head went and it went and my father gave it to me, and there's a videotape of me getting it on Christmas, and I'm playing with it, and I loved it so much. And I don't know what happened. I must have sold it. You know what's funny though? Another auction auction company just had one, and I went, wow, and they had it estimated at like $200 to $400, and it was factory sealed, new in the box. I was like, well, I'm going to bid on this, but then for the hell of it, I went over to eBay. You could pick one up on eBay for only like $150, $175. So apparently, it must not have been that popular on the resale level.
I don't
you know what it
remember
was? There wasn't many spoiled kids like me, so
Exactly.
there's not many of us that would want to buy it as a momentum.
There it is.
But that would be my favorite toy that I remember nostalgic wise growing up, playing with R2D2.
My favorite toy?
Yeah.
I mean, I have so many favorite toys. Let's do my favorite thing this week. My favorite thing this week is my video games again, but my fingers hurt now that I'm getting older. So Dave and I decided, what can we do with the kids? Like, we were just messing around at night, and we were like, oh my God, let's play Tony Hawk. So, like, I used to be a beast at Tony Hawk.
Like Tony Hawk on Nintendo NES?
Yeah, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like PlayStation, like
old school.
So they remade it. So it's not so hard to like play.
I remember it.
However, so I have it. So we were like, all right, let's play that. And like I could do every special. I was like doing like 70,000 point combos, like nothing on my first, whatever. And then all of a sudden, my fingers like started clenching up, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting too old for Tony Hawk. Like, is this actually happening? But my favorite thing of the week would be video games, because I really had so much fun. After I couldn't play Tony Hawk, we decided to play some Mario Kart, and it never gets old.
I was going to say, you love you some Mario Kart.
And like, I went from PlayStation to Switch in like a hot second, and like, I just had like, I wouldn't be complete without video games. Like, I go for like months without touching them, and then I start touching them, and then I'm all in again.
Yeah.
So this week, my favorite thing is a video game.
Very good. I want to play Mario Kart now.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new Switch. Like, I am all in. Like, Dave's like, you're really not going to buy that. Like, you are not. And I'm like, I've had every video game system from the dawn of time.
You don't have a Switch?
The Switch 2.
Oh, Switch 2.
So I was like, damn straight I'm buying. He's like, you barely play video games now. I'm like, it doesn't matter, because we have to get the new stuff. There's
Right.
and on the Switch 2, you can now get all the GameCube games on your online. So right now you could do like Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and regular Nintendo on the Switch. You could play all the old school games.
Okay.
On the Switch 2, GameCube is going to be exclusive to that. And for that alone, because that was like my favorite, I got to get it.
Yeah, that sounds cool as shit.
Yeah,
Right.
and, but yeah, the new Mario Kart, everything's going to be exclusive to just that. So.
And you?
Me? My favorite thing at the moment that will be sold by the time this airs, but I'm going to hopefully own it, is the Funko Pop Baby Dinosaur from the TV show The Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. I can't
Not
wait.
your mama, not your mama.
You're going to ask Garrick, I saw it in the sea of Funkos and was like,
It's a dinosaur?
the TV show Dinosaurs.
I didn't.
Not the mama.
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
I never saw it. No, I guess I'm dating myself.
That is, but don't you remember?
Look at who you're married to.
I've said this in past episodes that is my favorite TV show of all time.
Yeah, but I don't
actually,
remember
like,
this TV
literally
show.
amazed you've never seen that.
It was on TGI Friday.
No, I never
That's
watched
where I
the
get these ads
Dinosaurs.
from.
TGI Friday.
Yeah, I know
TGIF?
TGI Friday, Full House.
Yeah,
Perfect
one of his
Strangers,
shows.
like, you know.
He doesn't know Perfect Strangers either.
Wait, what?
He doesn't
You
know
don't know
Balki
Balki?
Bartakamus.
What?
He does not know Balki Bartakamus.
I'm not an ABC fan. I was an NBC fan, so I guess I was
We had
loyal
this
to the
conversation.
brand.
We were driving somewhere in the truck, and I was like, and they did it like like listening to Sirius. I think it was like the '90s station or something, and it had Balki Bartakamus. And it was like, oh my god! And he was like, I don't know who
Do you
that
know who
is.
Steve Urkel is?
Yeah, I never watched it, but I know who Steve Urkel is. Yeah, I never watched the show though.
Okay.
I know who Urkel is.
Yeah. So there's this TV show, The Dinosaurs. All the humans, right?
It's before the
Before
Before the humans.
Yeah.
And it was mom, dad, and the family.
It's like Family of Dinosaurs.
It's
and-
the Flintstones with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
but the baby,
is it a cartoon?
Live action.
No.
All puppets.
Oh,
yeah.
puppets. I'm live action. I'm like, they had dinosaurs come up the reel. I got it.
No, like, do you remember the Ninja Turtle movies? From
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mid-90s?
Like
Yes.
that.
They're like that.
Okay.
They're people in giant fucking dinosaur
Costumes.
Yeah.
Right.
that are literally walking around pretending to be these characters. But the baby was literally a hand puppet, and he was just this tiny little mischievous
And he
motherfucker.
sat in his little chair.
His little high chair.
And he hated his father.
Yep.
Hated him.
And so he would be like on the dad's shoulders, and the baby would take a frying pan and hit him in the head and yell, "Not the mama!"
Well, there you have it. Yeah, no, I'm now going to have to watch one of these.
Oh, my
episodes.
God.
See what
God,
it
it's
is.
so good.
One of my honestly top 5 shows of all time.
It
Wow.
really
I'm
was
about to
good.
blow your mind. Do you know who plays the baby?
No.
It's the same guy who does Elmo.
Shut up.
The
Wow.
same dude who does did Elmo on Sesame Street.
You know what blew my mind as an adult? I never learned until I was an adult how the dude inside Big Bird did Big Bird.
Meaning?
Like how he was able, so he would be in there, but he would be crunched over and his arm would be stretched all the way up doing Big Bird's mouth, but he was in this weird crunched position the whole time, but he'd have to walk around.
Can you imagine doing that?
I never knew that until I was an
No, I
adult,
couldn't
and I
handle it.
saw it, and I was like,
couldn't do
"Oh
that
my god!"
I had tough enough time in physical therapy today doing stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but so that is my favorite thing. But by the time this airs, hopefully,
Well, there you have it.
it'll
You'll own
be
it.
mine.
All right. Well, it's been an hour. You want to give our announcements?
Yes, if you have an auction story, a favorite thing, a behind the gavel story, anything, email us at Bodnars, Bids, and Banter podcast at gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep.
Follow us, listen everywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, anywhere. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
There it is. With
There
all
it
that,
is.
with all that being said, well, next week's the sale, so make sure you join us. BodnarsAuction.com. Bid on some nostalgic toys that we have in the sale, and tune in next week for another podcast. Once again, I'm Joe Bodnar.
Maureen.
Erica.
Have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks for watching Bodnar's Bid and Banter. Remember, we're here every other week with new episodes, new stories, and wonderful, wonderful times. Make sure you check us out, BodnarsAuction.com, YouTube, Facebook, all the different platforms where you watch this podcast or listen to this podcast now. Now, once again, thanks and have a wonderful day.